Good morning, children. Today we'll start with the last lesson of our science, that is force, work, and energy. Let's start with the force first. Children, we all know that living things move. Yes, and non-living things, they do not move from one place to other place. Yes, and to move these non-living things, we need to push or pull or lift the things or object from one place to other place. And this push or pull, when we exert on or we apply for any object to move, is called force. Okay, and when force is applied to move object, the position of the object changes. Force means push or pull exerted or applied on any object to move it from one place to other place. Okay, and when force is applied, the object also changes. For example, this ball is non-living thing, and if I apply force on this ball, then the ball moves. If you push or pull that ball, it moves, and also the position of the ball changes here from one place to other place. That is, it moves from one place to other place. And force is not only pushing or pulling the objects. Force is also stopping the moving objects. If any object is moving, then we can stop it by using a force. We use this force in our day-to-day life to move things or to stop things, and also to stop the moving object. We use force in every action. Even when we yarn, we use force. There is one stone and one pen. Both are non-living things. And to move both, we need to apply force. To move pen, we need a little amount of force. Yes, to move pen from one place to other place or to lift, we need only small amount of force or less force. But to move that big stone from one place to other place, we need more force than the pen. Yes, we should apply more force to move that stone. To move things, we need to apply force. Yes, but some forces naturally exist in nature. For example, when a fruit falls from the tree, its place changes. Yes, then who has done this? No one. Yes, fruit fall from the tree naturally when it is ripened. Okay, falling of leaf from the tree, blowing air, these are the examples for forces which occurs naturally. If you throw anything, then the things fall down only. If you throw anything up, then the things fall down only. When the things will not go in the upward direction. Why, children, the things will not go in the upward direction? See in the picture. See in these pictures, things falling down only. Why? Because of the gravitational force of the earth. Earth has gravity which holds the objects, which pulls the objects towards the earth, towards itself. Earth pulls the object towards it, and this downward pull of the earth is called force of gravity. The downward pull of the earth is called force of gravity. Whenever you throw anything in the air with the force which is more than the force of gravity, first it will go upward, and but as soon as it loses this extra force, gravity pulls that object and it comes down. In the space there is no gravity. So in the space things float. Every object has its own gravity, but earth has more gravity compared to the things on the earth. So all the objects are pulled by Earth. Even Moon and other planets have gravity. Gravity is the only force that holds the universe together. All the planets move around the sun in their fixed orbits because of this gravity only. And Sir Isaac Newton was the first scientist who found this gravity. Once he was sitting under the apple tree, and when an apple fell beside him, he started thinking why things fall down only. And he discovered the gravity, and he told the world about the gravity. And he also discovered the links between force and motion, and these are now called Newton's law of motion. There is one activity for you all. Do the activity and tell the answers. And activity is in the page number 133 in your textbook. Okay, let's infer. Complete it and send. Now we'll see about friction. When we rub two surfaces, then friction is created between the two surfaces. So whenever an object moves ahead, the surface on which it is moving tries to pull the object backward, and the backward pull is called as friction. Okay, friction is not only moving or rubbing two surfaces, but also it is stopping the moving object. Friction either slows down the moving object or it stops the moving object. An early man, when he has accidentally rubbed the two flint stones, then the sparkles were generated, and then they started to cook the food and eat it. Okay, when they rubbed two stones, then between the stones friction is created and sparks generated from it. Okay, when any two surfaces are rubbed against each other, then friction is created. And this word friction is derived from a Latin word. Friction means to rub. The meaning of friction is derived from the Latin, and the meaning of this word is to rub. Friction means to rub. And friction occurs when two surfaces come in contact with each other and they are rubbed against each other. And in this image, children, both are pushing the box, and the box has some weight. In the first image, box surface is smooth and also road is smooth. Both box surface and road both are smooth, and the friction is created between them. Okay, the friction is created between them when you push that box. Okay, but friction will be less in the smooth surfaces. In the smooth surfaces, the things will be pushed or pulled very easily, and so the friction will be less in the smooth surfaces. Okay, and in the second picture, the road is hard and box is smooth. Okay, and if they push, the friction will be created between them. Okay, and here in this case friction will be more because the surface is rough or hard. Even the box is smooth but the surface is hard, so the friction created will be more here. If the surface are smooth, then the friction will be less, and if the surfaces are rough, then the friction will be greater or more. Friction is both useful and it is harmful also. Friction helps us to not to slip from the ground. If friction is not there, then we will fall each time while walking. Also, it helps vehicles to stop and move. Vehicles would find difficulty in moving on the roads if there is no friction. Friction between the brakes and the wheels help us to stop moving vehicles. Now children, complete the activity given and send and read the lesson. Thank you.